This movie is a brief overview of an issue that I myself keep encountering in the Euclid Data Explorer. Let's just go to the Inspect Objects tab and search pretty much on anything. Okay, let's go here and go. Okay, so here we've got object IDs and tile IDs. These are two different things. The tile ID is which tile, like which part of the sky, in terms of Euclid tiles, this particular coordinate is. And the object ID is the object ID, again, within the Euclid universe of things, this particular object corresponds to. They're two different things. You can see that this one is, in this case, actually cast as a character. The tile ID is a long integer. So they're two different things. So if I want to search by the object ID, I have to actually go and select that and then go to search by ID. Now, maybe it's just those of us who've been testing this application, but if I just go ahead and hit paste and then just go without thinking too much about it, this is a problem because the default is tile ID, and this, what I've pasted in, is an object ID. And so that's why you have to be a little bit careful and configure the screen to be exactly what you mean, because it's not smart enough to read your mind. That's an object ID that I put in, so that works. If we go back here and pick the tile ID, then go back to search by ID, then I can put in tile ID, and I can either get all the objects in that tile ID, or I can get the image for that tile ID. And then it comes back with an ID search with the images, and then that's the tile that it returns. Just for fun, let's go back to the search by ID. In this case, ask for objects that correspond to that tile ID and search. That took a little while because it's 116,000 sources. But you see the difference? This is all of the objects that have that tile ID. So when you go to search by ID, you have to configure it right because it's really easy to just paste and go without thinking carefully about what you're asking it to do. If you're pasting in an object ID, make sure that you tell it that you've got an object ID, otherwise it won't work.